you know, now that I'm like thinking about this, like I don't even know why I haven't done this myself. So Instagram stories is something that a lot of people were talking about like a while ago, and then it kind of like went away because a lot of people started getting more into the like algorithm and the feeds and stuff like that. And then IGTV came out, so it was like a lot of people stopped talking about that. But I feel like it's like the best time to get into that again, you know, because Instagram stories is like a good 15 to 30-second commercial. Like it's almost like a free commercial, and if you have a lot of following, they're gonna look at that no matter what. I've seen, I mean, out of the following that I have, maybe a good 50, maybe 60 people. Mind you, I'm still like a small little Instagram channel, so you guys follow me. I changed up my name from I Am Loyal to @RobertLoyal, so you guys can follow @RobertLoyal instead of I Am Loyal, so you guys know exactly who I am, you know. But because I'm a small, I get like maybe 50, 60 people. I think the most I've ever got was like 90 people watching my stuff. And it's really good because it's creative and stuff like that. I make a whole lot of creative stuff, and there are some things that I do, some little tricks here and there, but the one thing that I like to do the most is editorial design. And editorial design is just pretty much like a cover that introduces what you're doing to your audience. And it's not like I'm the only person doing that to engage my audience. It seems like a whole lot of the bigger Instagram channels are doing the exact same thing. People like Off-White, Supreme, Sketchy Tank, Johnny Cupcakes, all of these huger channels are utilizing that type of stuff. And I feel like the smaller people who aren't really achieving aren't doing it as much, and probably don't do it at all. And that's probably one of the reasons why, is because you're not giving the people a look and feel that they can attach to. And on top of that, you guys remember that you guys are fashion designs, okay? Like you're doing fashion designs, you're fashion designers, and your company is a fashionable spot. So let's say this now. If you got a graphic t-shirt line, even if it's merch, you're a fashion store, all right? Just remember that. And with that, you need editorial design, you need commercials and stuff like that. You need to be able to promote. So today, what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to make an editorial design that's going to go into your Instagram stories. And when people see that, they can get engaged and like it and snapshot it and all that stuff and share it out. Whatever people do with those type of things. And I want to make sure that you guys can grow a little bit more successful and creative with that. So if you guys like this one, go ahead and smash the like button. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, and let's go ahead and get into that tutorial. Okay, so we want to start this design off with a 1080 by 1920, which is pretty much like a video file flipped upside down or flipped up to the side or whatnot. And we just want that because that's how you put it on Instagram, okay? Instagram stories, 1080 by 1920. The resolution, you can keep it at 70. I like to put mine at 300. Just know that the file size is going to get really large, all right? So I like to keep this at 300, and then, you know, 16-bit, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to change the background color though to black. So here we are in our document, right? And if you guys don't know this already, it's a small little trick, but if you hit Command R, it's gonna bring up rulers at the top and on the side. And what this is used for is for alignments and stuff like that. So if I was to pull out a ruler or a guide and just put that slapped in the middle, now we have two sides to this document, right? So it's more like a column, and then I can pull out at the top and make, you know, another centerpiece right here, or we can make margins and borders. And if I want to toggle this off, all I have to do is hit Command colon, and we can toggle it on and off. So it can be on and off any way that you want it. I just think this is the best way of doing it, right? So we have the background. What we want to do is just create a new layer real quick. So I'm just going to create a new layer, and I want to go ahead and name this picture. And then I'm gonna put this into a smart object, of course, and then make a copy of it. And of course, this will be for a mock-up. So once I get done with this, you guys can download it. It's gonna only be for like, what, $1.99. You guys can use it whenever and however you want to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in a group. Just gonna call it Change Me. All right. So now we have made our template. All I need to do is just go ahead and drop the picture in real quick. So I'm gonna double click on the picture. I'm gonna hit OK. And from my Shut Up and Smile picture that I've created like maybe a few days ago, I want to go ahead and copy this and put that into that picture document. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold Command, click on layer 1, make sure I get the dancing ants, as you guys can see. I'm gonna go to edit, copy, and then bring that into the picture PSB. Now to drop this in, all I need to do is hit Command V, and there we go. Now I don't want to scale this down yet, because if I scale this down right now, it's gonna get pixelated. So I need to go ahead and turn this also into a smart object, and then hit Command T to scale that in. Now hitting Command S, going back to that original document, this will pop up now. And now I can use this to edit and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and actually scale this down some more, maybe to about like right here. That looks pretty good right there. Except with this, I want to make sure that everything in this actually works with each other. So I want to see more of like the shirt and not the model. So what I'm gonna do is I want to hold down Command and click on the picture, right? So I get this picture frame. I want to make sure I go into my layer mask and hit the layer mask. Now all that did was frame out the layer mask in this black and white. So if I hold down Alt or Option and click on the layer mask, this is all we get, is just that framed out image. So we're in mask mode. I can just turn that off and go back into regular picture mode. Now if I want to make sure that the picture of the shirt is being emphasized, I want to scale this up and crop it out just a little bit. But instead of using the cropping or a crop tool or anything like that, this is a better way of cropping. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the link button and then click on the actual picture. Now if I hit Command T and scale this up, I get more of the picture that I'm looking for. So I can just continue to scale this up. I just want to get a little bit under his lips, right? Like I don't want to see his face or anything like that. I just want to see like the lips and the t-shirt, about this like right here. Okay, now we have this, and this looks pretty good. It's like a nice little picture inside of like a frame that you guys have probably seen a lot on like Instagram, you know, or in stores and stuff like that. What we want to do is we want to take the type tool and make sure that we're like on the background layer. We can click anywhere real quick, and that's going to give us our type layer, right? I'm using Futura. You guys can use any other type that you want to. I think Futura is pretty good. It's a nice little fashion font. I want to change the color of this to white though, so I can make sure that I see what I'm doing. And we're gonna use like 24 points, all right, and medium. So it's gonna be Futura medium, 24 point on a white. I want to type out the stuff that I want to type out. So we're gonna type out shut up, maybe like this. And by holding down Alt to Option, I'm gonna click, hold down Shift now, and then move that down 1, okay? And that's gonna give us something a little bit like this, right? I'm gonna come down into the layers panel, click on both of these, and then do it again. Like I just want to make sure that I'm getting, you know, a nice line of all of this that goes from the top shut up down to the bottom, which is going to be a little bit up under this picture. Now excluding the very top one, which is the very bottom one in our layers panel, we're just going to click on this copy. We're going to go all the way up to the top copy, right? And we're going to hit Command G. We're going to name these copies. Now on this top one, I want to make this one maybe Futura bold real quick. And then I want to take the copies and hit Command T and just kind of scale that in so it's all kind of like in relation with each other. And then we can put both of these into like one group. So hit Command G and then move those up just a little bit and out like maybe here. I think that looks good there. So now that we got this position, I think this looks pretty good, by the way. I want to put maybe and like right here. So I'm going to go back into the type tool and I'm going to type in and using the ampersand. You can scale that up too, by the way. Just got to make sure that it's centered and it's going within this box. So as you can see, like I don't want it going past the box. I want it to be within the box. And we can hit OK with this one. Then with the type tool again, I can type out smile. So I'm gonna type out smile like this. I'm gonna hit OK, by the way, and then I'm gonna hit Command T, right? I want to turn this upside down, and we can push this out to maybe like this. I don't want it to go outside of the box because we have that and right here. So that looks pretty good there, right? Except now I can move this one above the picture layer and we get something a little bit like this. And now that we did this, right, we have this smile here, but as you can see, the ampersand and the smile isn't working together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the ampersand and hit Command T, right? I want to first move it over here to where like it ends at this point, right? And then I want to scale it up so it fits with that E just a little bit. Now you guys might like this, but for me, it's just a little off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take everything in the layers panel except for the background and the picture. I'm just gonna turn off the auto select and I'm just gonna go ahead and push this over just a little bit like this. And this looks pretty good right here. Now, if you guys want to add like textures in the background, I would just go to the background. I would bring in my texture, which would be this dust texture. And then I would just kind of put it down here at the bottom, kind of flip it around and then just scale it down like this so I can have just a little bit of that dust. It doesn't look too good right now, but if I hit Command L, bring over the highlights just a little bit so I can get more of that white, but then bring over the mid-tones so I can get more of that black. And then I put this on a black and white. This is a little bit about what we get, and then we can just export this out. So if I want to export this out for Instagram, all I need to do is go up to File, Export, Save for Web. Make sure that I'm getting that 1080 by 1920 on a 24 PNG and just hit Save. And okay, so just to show you guys that this actually fits, I'm gonna go into Instagram stories and I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that up. Now it's already at the top, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click that here, and there we go. As you can see, it fits perfectly. And with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys learned a lot about this. This is something that's really easy for you guys to do. If you want to get the mock-up, the template that I'm already made for you guys, it's down there. It's $1.99. It's really easy to tweak. The only thing that you might need to do is get Futura, and I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of you guys' computer came with Futura already on it. It's like the #1 fashion font to use out there, and it's just because it's made out of shapes and stuff like that. You guys can use it for the exact same thing, or you can change up the fonts. It really doesn't matter. But I know for a fact that you guys will like this one, and it's gonna help you out as much as possible. So if you guys like this one, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you guys can, please follow my Instagram. It's no longer at I am Loyal. It's now at Robert Loyal. I changed that so you guys can find me a little bit better. But with that being said, I gotta get up out of here. So stay amazing, stay creative, above all else, stay awesome.